Hello students, welcome to my educational channel EasyEd. In today's lecture, we will discuss about Phylum Arthropoda, next phylum of animal kingdom. So Phylum Arthropoda includes insects. All the insects are included under Phylum Arthropoda and it is the largest phylum of the animal kingdom. Over two-thirds of all the named species on earth are arthropods. So remember it. Arthropoda is the largest phylum of the animal kingdom and it includes insects. Their general characteristics: organ system level of organization is present. We all know what is it. Then they are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, segmented. Body is divided into segments. They are segmented. They are coelomate, means true coelom is present. And the specific character of arthropods, chitinous exoskeleton is present. Exo means outer, skeleton means the structure of the body which is protects it from the outer side. So this exoskeleton in arthropods is made up of chitin. So we can say chitinous exoskeleton is present. Now, important character of arthropods: body is divided into three parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. Okay, in arthropods, in insects, body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. Till now, you might have not have studied the various distribution of the body parts, categorization of the body parts. From here, you can see it. Then they have jointed appendages. Told you in the last video, appendages means the uh, podias, feet are attached to the body on the lateral side. Now here we have jointed appendages, means they are joint. Next, respiration is by gills, book lungs, or trachea, means as just I told you, there are vast number of members in Arthropoda. There exists a variety, there exists a diversity, and hence different insects have different types of mechanisms. So respiration in arthropods may be by gills, by book gills, by book lungs, specific structures, and or tracheal system, means four kinds of respiration can be found in various all types of insects or arthropods. Next, circulatory system is open. Remember, it is not enclosed in vessels. It's open. Next character, their sensory organs are antennae. Arthropods have antennae on their anterior surface. That antennae are what? They are their sensory organs. Then their eyes may be simple or compound. They have two kinds of eyes. They may be simple eyes or compound eyes. As just I told you, there is a diverse number or diverse variety of arthropods or insects. Now, balancing organs are present in them, and those balancing organs are called as statocysts. Important, you have to learn this. Always questions are asked from this portion. What are statocysts? Statocysts are the balancing organs of the arthropods. Next character, in arthropods, excretion is by Malpighian tubules. So specific structures present here for excretion, that is by Malpighian tubules. Just now we studied above that they exhibit organ system level of organization, means various different functions will be performed by different organ systems, each having various organs for that particular function. Next, they are mostly dioecious. Remember, dioecious means sexes are separate. Different male and female organisms are present. So, mostly they are dioecious. Fertilization is usually internal. Usually, fertilization in arthropods takes place internally inside the body. They are mostly oviparous. If you know meaning of oviparous by now, that those organisms, those animals which lay eggs, which reproduce and lay eggs, these eggs develop into adult forms. So such animals are called as oviparous, which lay eggs. So arthropods are mostly oviparous. Next, in arthropods, development is direct or indirect, means development may be direct or indirect. Indirect means it includes an intermediate larval stage. Larva is formed. Some common examples of arthropods here I will tell you. Apis, you all know, commonly known as honeybee. It is biologically known as apis. Then there is Bombyx mori, that is known as silkworm, commonly the worm that produces silk. And next, Lacifer, that is the lac insect which produces lacs. So there are many organisms, so many insects present in Arthropoda. Some examples I am telling you here. You have to learn the names. And here in arthropods, as there exists a variety of organisms, they have their specific functions too. So these three examples which I have told you, Apis, Bombyx and Lacifer, that means honeybee, silkworm and lac insect, are of economic importance. You might be knowing. Honeybee produces honey, Bombyx mori, that is silkworm, produces silk, and Lacifer produces the lac. So these are all of economic importance. Now some arthropods act as vectors. Vectors means those organisms which carry the disease from one organism to another, which spread the disease from one organism to another. So there are many such insects, many such arthropods. Some examples you have to learn. For example, the common one is mosquito. You all know mosquito spreads many diseases, and there are many kinds of, there are diversity of mosquitoes also. So some of the examples are Anopheles, Culex and Aedes mosquitoes. They all are vectors. Some arthropods are pests. Example, locusta, that is locust. It is a pest. You might all be knowing pest which harms the organisms which harm the plants. They are pests. And one of the arthropod, Lumulus, or commonly known as king crab, it is a living fossil. So all these are the examples of arthropods, and there are many more. Some of them, including their importance, you have to learn them, learn all their names and of which economic importance they are. All right, I will show you a picture of some arthropods, that means insects, by which you can make which will make you understand much better. See, these are arthropods, these are insects. This is a butterfly, it is also insect. This is, see, prawn. This is scorpion, and this is a arthropod, a kind of grasshopper. You know, these are these jointed appendages. See, appendages jointed means, if you can see here clearly, that it has many, each appendage is having some joints. Can you see it from here? Joints are present in the appendages. See, it is divided into joints. If you can see it here, see, the appendage is having joint. This is a joint, this is a joint, this is a joint. Jointed appendages are present. Right now I told you they have antennae. Antennae are the sensory organs. So antennae are present in arthropods, which acts as sensory organs. See the antennae. Actually, the sensory organs, all these antennae, their eyes and statocysts, all are the sensory organs in the arthropods, and statocyst is the balancing organ. All right. Now we will come to the next phylum, that is Phylum Mollusca. See the important characters, general characters of Phylum Mollusca. Next phylum of the animal kingdom, and it is the second largest phylum. Right now, we have studied Arthropoda, which is the largest phylum of the animal kingdom. And now comes the second largest phylum, that is Mollusca. They may be terrestrial or aquatic. They may be found on the land as well as in water. And when aquatic, they may be marine or freshwater. Means they are found both in ponds, rivers, lakes as well as the sea, both in freshwater and salty water, or they may be are called as marine. Next, organ system level of organization is present. Right now, you might have understood that we are advancing. Okay, cellular system, organ organ system, means cellular level, tissue level, organ level, and then organ system level. This is the highest level of organization. So they also show organ system level of organization. Next, they are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, coelomate, and body is covered by calcareous shell. Important character of molluscans. Right now, we have studied arthropods, in which we have seen that exoskeleton is made up of chitin, or chitinous exoskeleton is present. Means the skeleton which covers the body. Now, here in molluscans, body is covered by calcareous shell. These are all important things which I am emphasizing again and again. Questions are asked. The exoskeleton of arthropods is made up of chitin. The body of the molluscans is covered by calcareous shells. These are all important things asked in exams, especially in the objective exams such as NEET and all. Now here body is unsegmented. In Annelida, we have found metameric segmentation. If you remember, in Arthropoda, body was segmented, not metameric, but it was simply segmented, means made divided into different segments. And now here the body is unsegmented, without segmentation. Next character, body has distinct head, muscular foot, and visceral hump. Here also, body is divided into three parts. What are those three parts? Head, foot, and hump. Three parts are head, foot, and hump. To explain here, I told you that foot is muscular. It is of muscular nature, and hump is visceral hump. So it is called as visceral hump and muscular foot. So body has a specific head, muscular foot, and visceral hump. Now see, the visceral hump is covered by a covering that is called as mantle. Again, an important thing in molluscans, important word to remember for you all. What is that? The visceral hump of the molluscans is covered by a covering. That covering is called as mantle. And what is this mantle? Mantle is formed by a soft and spongy layer of skin. Alright? Mantle is what? Mantle is formed by soft and spongy layer of skin, and it covers the visceral hump. So, important terminologies are coming again here. You have to learn them. I am repeating again and again. Body is divided into distinct head, muscular foot, and visceral hump. Visceral hump is covered by a mantle. And what is mantle? Mantle is formed by a soft and spongy layer of skin. Alright? The space between the hump and mantle. See, mantle is covering the hump. Alright? So the space between mantle and hump is called as the mantle cavity. Hump is covered by mantle, and the space between the hump and mantle is known as the mantle cavity. And in this mantle cavity, gills are present. What are gills? You all know gills are the organs of respiration. And here in molluscans, these gills are respiratory and excretory in function. Okay. And which type of gills are present in molluscans? Feather like gills are present. All right. I'm repeating it again. The space between mantle and hump is known as mantle cavity, in which feather like gills are present, and these gills have respiratory and excretory function. Next, head has sensory tentacles. Head of molluscans have tentacles which are sensory in nature, as there were sensory antenna in arthropods. Mouth contains radula. Mouth contains a specific structure, radula. What is that? Which is a file-like rasping organ. Molluscans are usually dioecious. Now, and by now you might have understood the meaning of dioecious. All right, I'm not explaining it here. Usually dioecious and oviparous. Just now I told you in arthropods, oviparous, which lay eggs. Development is indirect, means it includes larva. Now see some examples of mollusca. There is a pila that is known as snail, commonly known as snail or apple snail. Pinctada, oyster. Oyster, you all know, it gives you pearls. Sepia, commonly known as cuttlefish. Octopus, you all might be knowing, commonly known as devilfish. These are some examples of mollusca. See the structure. Snail, apple snail, that is pila. See, octopus, that is devilfish. So, this was phylum mollusca. Next, we will continue in our next video. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.